You cannot escape the responsibility of tomorrow by evading it today. Give me 6 hours to chop down a tree, and I will spend the first 4 sharpening the axe. No man has a good enough memory to be a successful liar. The philosophy of the schoolroom in one generation will be the philosophy of government in the next. Most folks are as happy as they make up their minds to be. Always bear in mind that your own resolution to succeed is more important than any other. Sir, my concern is not whether God is on our side. My greatest concern is to be on God's side, for God is always right. You can fool all the people some of the time, and some of the people all the time, but you cannot fool all the people all the time. Character is like a tree and reputation like a shadow. The shadow is what we think of it. The tree is the real thing. I am a slow walker, but I never walk back. Don't worry when you are not recognized, but strive to be worthy of recognition. My great concern is not whether you have failed, but whether you are content with your failure. As I would not be a slave, so I would not be a master. This expresses my idea of democracy. He has a right to criticize, who has a heart to help. No man is good enough to govern another man without the other's consent. Marriage is neither heaven nor hell, it is simply purgatory. A friend is one who has the same enemies as you have. Those who deny freedom to others deserve it not for themselves, and under the rule of a just God, cannot long retain it. If I were two-faced, would I be wearing this one? Avoid popularity if you would have peace. Whenever I hear anyone arguing for slavery, I feel a strong impulse to see it tried on him personally. All that I am, or hope to be, I owe to my angel mother. When I do good I feel good, when I do bad I feel bad, and that's my religion. I have always found that mercy bears richer fruits than strict justice. I am a firm believer in the people. If given the truth, they can be depended upon to meet any national crisis. The great point is to bring them the real facts. That some achieve great success is proof to all that others can achieve it as well. A house divided against itself cannot stand. If this is coffee, please bring me some tea, but if this is tea, please bring me some coffee. I remember my mother's prayers and they have always followed me. They have clung to me all my life. We should be too big to take offense and too noble to give it. Important principles may, and must, be inflexible. Be sure you put your feet in the right place, then stand firm. Government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth. I do the very best I know how the very best I can, and I mean to keep on doing so until the end. Do I not destroy my enemies when I make them my friends? I like to see a man proud of the place in which he lives. I like to see a man live so that his place will be proud of him. The best way to get a bad law repealed is to enforce it strictly. I do not think much of a man who is not wiser today than he was yesterday. A woman is the only thing I am afraid of that I know will not hurt me. Let's have faith that right makes might, and in that faith let us, to the end, dare to do our duty as we understand it. You have to do your own growing no matter how tall your grandfather was. No matter how much cats fight, there always seem to be plenty of kittens. The things I want to know are in books. My best friend is the man who'll get me a book I ain't read. The way for a young man to rise is to improve himself in every way he can, never suspecting that anybody wishes to hinder him. I care not much for a man's religion whose dog and cat are not the better for it. I want it said of me by those who knew me best, that I always plucked a thistle and planted a flower where I thought a flower would grow. If we could first know where we are, and whither we are tending, we could then better judge what to do, and how to do it. I don't know who my grandfather was. I am much more concerned to know what his grandson will be. Stand with anybody that stands right. Stand with him while he is right and part with him when he goes wrong. True patriotism is better than the wrong kind of piety. I have great respect for the semicolon. It is a mighty handy little fellow. I never had a policy. I have just tried to do my very best each and every day. Hold on with a bulldog grip, and chew and choke as much as possible. I know that the Lord is always on the side of the right, but it is my constant anxiety and prayer that I and this nation may be on the Lord's side. Books serve to show a man that those original thoughts of his aren't very new at all. With the fearful strain that is on me night and day, if I did not laugh I should die. Common-looking people are the best in the world. That is the reason the Lord makes so many of them. With public sentiment, nothing can fail. Without it, nothing can succeed. These men ask for just the same thing, fairness, and fairness only. This, so far as in my power, they, and all others shall have. The highest art is always the most religious, and the greatest artist is always a devout person. When I hear a man preach, I like to see him act as if he were fighting bees. I was born and have ever remained in the most humble walks of life. In this sad world of ours, sorrow comes to all, and to the young, it comes with bitterest agony because it takes them unawares. I have had experience enough to know what I say. A capacity and taste for reading gives access to whatever has already been discovered by others. If you think you can slander a woman into loving you, or a man into voting for you, try it till you are satisfied. I have talked with great men, and I do not see how they differ from others. Everyone desires to live long, but no one would be old. Biographies, as generally written, are not only misleading but false. In most instances, they commemorate a lie and cheat posterity out of the truth. Gold is good in its place, but loving, brave, patriotic men are better than gold. To give victory to the right, not bloody bullets, but peaceful ballots only, are necessary. Which quote did you like the most? Share your views in the comments section below. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Daily Dose so you don't miss the upcoming videos.